if I were a battery, I would say right now I'm operating off of about 75, 80%. Currently dealing with the summer cold situation slash sinus infection. No, it is not COVID. I can assure you that. But it doesn't matter. Gonna push through all the sniffles, sneezes, coughs, and all that other crap that comes along with it. The fact that I've been mouth breathing for about 3 or 4 days. But yo, I'm on the tail end of it. So it's something to be happy about, I guess. Could always be worse. But no matter what, your boy's still here and coming through with another 5 piece. And this time around, I want to talk about some of my expectations for camp, since that's where we are right now, and what I'm looking for the results to be. So let's do that. All right, so we're going to run this thing backwards from 5 to 1, least anticipated to most. And we're going to kick this thing off at number 5 with Trey Pipkins winning the starting right tackle job over Storm Norton. Is it exciting? Hell no. But hear me out. We definitely saw enough of Storm Norton last year, right? You kind of know what that dude is. Why not just go all out and let Trey have his chance? Now, of course, it'd be great for him to win the spot in camp. So I'm not just saying if he sucks, let him start the season off. That's not how it should be. I'm anticipating that he's performing well, and from most indications right now, he's holding his own. So is Storm. But again, we pretty much know what Storm is. Trey stepped in and performed admirably in spot duty last year. He worked with Duke Manyweather along with the babyface Bully this offseason, so hopefully he picked up a thing or two and it'll start to show itself here. I mean, yeah, in the past, he's kind of been the fans' whipping boy. It was easy, but let's shoot him some bail here. Dude got drafted in the 3rd round completely unexpected. He's probably somewhere sitting at a Pizza Hut enjoying dinner with his family and gets a call that he's being selected by the Chargers in the 3rd round, probably a full 2 or 3 rounds earlier than he anticipated, if he thought he was going to be selected at all. Ends up being pressed into duty way too early and had to deal with a lot of lumps, and we had to suffer through it with him. And he took some tongue lashing from the fan base as a whole. But now it's time for him to get out there and show what he can do. It's been 3 solid years, and hopefully that Telesco pick starts to pay off. I mean, I'm on record as saying that the dude looks way too nice to be an offensive tackle in the NFL. I mean, genuinely looks like a sweetheart. I mean, before he grew the beard, he kind of looked like the dude that if he took your daughter to prom would probably bring her home 15 minutes before curfew. Now, this new dude with the beard, yo, bro, when he pulls up in his Ford Mustang 5.0, hops out, doesn't even turn the car off, just pulls up, jumps out that bad boy with his shades on, nice little 3-piece, coming to pick your sweet little baby girl up. Guess what? Now, that dude, you and I got to go have a talk privately before you leave my crib. Let's hope that that translates over to the football field. Number 4 is going to be the Derwin extension, because we just need to see it get done. It's not super exciting, but we all just kind of want that monkey off of all of our backs. He's going to sign it. I mean, if you're a part of a certain Discord, you got some information that tells us what the snag is currently, right? Nothing to get too concerned about. The team has made it more than known that he is the centerpiece of their defense, and they're not going to allow this to go on too much longer. Again, things could be worse. Derwin doesn't necessarily have the best history of making out of training camp in one piece and getting into the season. So just look at this as an extended rest period. He's holding in, so he's out there participating, being a leader on the field as much as he can be. So let the contractual stuff take care of itself. It's a business. He has to do what he needs to do for himself. His agent has to do his job, and the team has to do what's in their best interest. At the end of the day, something as small as what we know is going on isn't necessarily going to be something that turns into a long-term issue, and they're not gonna not get the contract done. So y'all chill out. It's gonna happen. Our boy's gonna be up there wreaking complete havoc, and we'll get to see Derwin unleashed to his full potential this year, because he's not been able to really do that, not even fully in his freshman campaign, which was an all-pro one. It was just kind of scratching the surface on everything he could be. And this year, that dog gets to hunt. For real, for real. On to the next one. All right, folks, bring it in. We got to hold hands for number 3 because we're going to speak this into existence, okay? So reach out to your screens. Mark Webb, you will be our new Adrian Phillips, AP 2.0. You're going to help us recover and heal from the scars and wounds left by Adrian Phillips leaving us to join the New England Patriots for mere pennies. It's no fault of his own. It's that dastardly, dirty, McNasty Tom Telesco's fault. But you will indeed come through and heal us all. Amen. Yo, Mark really does have a chance to step in and be a newer, younger version of Adrian. I'm not saying that he absolutely will, but he's got the tools to do it. And he fits the mold of what Tom, I almost said Telesco again, Freudian slip, Brandon Staley wants as a part of this whole DB operation that he's building back there. Bigger than AP at 6'1", over $2, close to 210. So that means he can hold up in the box and he can absolutely defend in the passing game against tight ends. You want to use him as a star. It's what he did at Georgia. It's what he was doing before he went down last year. He can be a money backer, split safety, whatever. Kind of look at him, dare I say, is like a poor man's Derwin. I mean, even that's a stretch. But you get where I'm coming from, because what he can do is allow Derwin to be free to continue to hunt and be the ultimate apex predator he was born to be. So with the various tools, players that you got at the second level, and including a guy like Mark Webb at the third, and again mixing him in on the inside at the second level, maybe even using him as a pass rusher if you want to do that from the third level. Disguise him, use him as a spy. The options are pretty much endless, and when you've got that many guys that you can deploy to do several different things, yes, it's not fun being an offensive coordinator, I would imagine. But Mark, you the man, or you could be the man. Just stay healthy and let's see where this thing goes. Next up, and that's going to be number 2, DeAndre Carter. I am intrigued, sir. I see the work you're putting in camp. And you know what? I didn't give you enough credit. I saw what you did in Washington last year. And because I've been craving a real speed threat for this team and looking for one of the fastest human beings on earth to take up that mantle, I kind of overlooked you a bit. Maybe a bit disrespectful, because do you have elite top end speed? Not necessarily. You can make it happen down the field though. You've got the short area quickness. You are a very good return man, which means that you can create on your own with the ball in your hands. You don't necessarily have to get the ball down the field deep. You can get it off of a bubble screen, smoke screen, slants, hitches, and you can turn it into something because you can use your athleticism to make some stuff happen. So my bad. And because you've been showing out at camp, I got some questions. Are you more than a kick return, punt return guy? Could you be, wide receiver 3C, 4A? Looks that way. But man, if this works out, the Chargers may have struck gold and found a bit of a diamond here. What I'm really curious to see is, with the various types of receivers the Chargers now have, how much empty are they going to run? It'd be cool to see some 5 wide receiver sets. Let Herbert get the ball out quickly into some guys in the open space and let them go to work. And having those different body types and athletic abilities in your receiving core could come in real handy and be a serious pain for defenses. So I don't foresee them running a ton of 5 wide, but it does open up the opportunities. So DeAndre, keep it going, stay healthy, and we might have stumbled onto something here. Let's just wait it out. We can only keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best. Next up, number one is simple: health. Just get through the preseason healthy. You got scrimmage coming up here. You got the practices with the Cowboys. Just nothing fluky happening, right? Do all your activation stuff, get your glutes all unlocked and hamstrings nice and loose, and if the linemen all have to wear knee braces, cool. You gotta wear like the little stupid shell joints they got going on in the helmets. Hell, everybody can wear them. I don't care. Just come through the off season in one piece, because that is really the only thing that can get in the way of this team at this point, because we are pretty freaking loaded all the way around. We're not going to go back into that right tackle situation because there are ways around that, and I don't want that to be a deterrent to what it is that I'm saying here. So moving past that, guys, just get through the off season, please. Nothing crazy. It's going too well. So with that said, I'm going to stop talking about it because I don't want to jinx it. So the end. I'm done. Wait. I have an honorable mention here. Big Faye, Braden, Fehoko, do me a favor. Yo, go ahead and get Jerry Tillery up out the paint, dog. Take your spot. You got to be on this 53-man roster. You are working cats over at camp, and I love it. Mr. Louisianimal, it doesn't just have to do with the fact that you were an LSU kid, me being a Louisiana guy. You know that we have a special connection, even if you don't know about it. It's from a distance. I'm aware. One day we meet, can chop it up about some stuff back at the crib, and maybe kick it over some crawfish, some beignets. You know what it is, man. But look, I digress. Get Tillery out of here. Whoever. But Fehoko better be on this roster come the end of camp going into the regular season. And the only thing that I can really attribute any of that stuff that happened last offseason to was probably the lack of depth, because there's no reason why Jerry Tillery should not have been playing in the preseason. They didn't have a ton of quality defensive linemen, so that's got to be the reason why he sat out, because he definitely didn't earn the right to. So I expect to see Tillery all up and through these 3 preseason games. Wear his behind out. And Zion smoking him during camp probably doesn't bode well for his spot. I already told y'all my bold prediction is that he's played his last live regular season snap as a Charger. I could be wrong. They might want to keep him for depth purposes, but it for doggone sure better not be because they cut a guy like Fehoko. Joe Graziano earns or has earned a spot on this team more so than Tillery has. So also keep that in mind. But Big Faye, do your thing, man. Debo that man. But yo, that's where we're gonna finish that off. It's been your boy. I appreciate your time. And I'll be back here throughout camp, going into preseason and the regular season, and more frequently since we got action again with 5 of them things. So till the next time, y'all take it easy, be cool. It's been your boy. Y'all be easy. Gone.